This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Well, I wanted to do a quick podcast video today because of the fact that with the focus on Leonard Williams, Ngakoue, Javion Clowney, and whatever edge we're looking at, I think in some regards, Giant fans are underestimating, are not appreciating some of the holes that we also have on the team. And I think one of the holes that we have on the team may be greater than our deficiency on the edge. I mean, on the edge right now, we do have potentially some players that could, fill in or could fill out. O'Shane Zimenez, I really think is going to make a nice improvement. Lorenzo Carter, I'm hoping for big things in year 3. And while, like I said, we are deficient at that position, I think right now, in some regards, there might be a unit on the team that even has a greater deficiency, and that's the offensive line. If our offensive line improved somewhat between 18 and 19, we had a couple trades, had a couple signings, but you know what? We weren't on the highest level. And right now, if we take a look at the breakdown of our offensive line, we're in a lot of trouble. We take a look at the center position, John Jalapeno. I can never pronounce that name. I call him John H. He's out for the season with a torn Achilles tendon from the Eagles game. His backup is Spencer Pulley. Spencer Pulley, nice player, can play multiple positions on the line. 26 years old, 6'4", 308 pounds, 4th year out of Vanderbilt. Is he a starting center? No, he's not. He's a good backup. He's a good guy to fill in a game or two, but he's not a player that's going to be the extension of the quarterback on the offensive line. And that's really what the center is, and he's not it. And behind him, we have nobody else. So really the only center we have right now on the roster is Pulley. Now, I would love for us to get like Lloyd Cushenberry or somebody, but I don't know if that's going to happen in the draft, and I don't know who we're going to pick up during free agency in the center position. But let's get away from the center position for a moment, and let's slide into the guard position. Oh, the guard position. What to say about that? I mean, if we take a look at the position itself, we have Will Hernandez and Kevin Zeitler on the line. Kevin Zeitler, okay player. He's in his 8th year out of Wisconsin, 6'4", 315 pounds, durable. He plays consistent. He plays okay. I don't want to say he plays well. Is he going to be a solution on the line? No, maybe not for the next year or so. Maybe for the next year or so. Possibly. But anything beyond that, I'm not seeing it. And then if we take a look at the other guard position, I already had the tackles on my mind, we have Will Hernandez. Second year out, just finished his second year out of UTEP. 24 years old, 6'2", 327 pounds. Had an okay rookie season, had a worse sophomore season. I don't get overly concerned when players have a big drop in their sophomore season in some positions, only because of the fact that once teams get film on a player, they know how to scheme for him. And I think that's what happened with Hernandez. And Hernandez has just got to learn to use his leverage, use his hands, and use his power a little bit more. And he needs to control his emotions. He had a couple of games where he almost reminded me of Odell Beckham emotions, that he was playing out of control. And I think that is a big issue. Can he make his strides into season 3? We're hoping so. But again, that's a hope position. So in both guards positions, Zeitler and Hernandez, we're hoping. And then if we take a look at their backups, you have Nick Gates, played 2 seasons out of Nebraska, 6'5", 307 pounds. Is he a starting caliber guard? No. He is a good backup to fill in the position, but I don't really see him beyond that. And then you have Chad Slade at the other guard backup position, 6'5", 315 pounds out of Auburn. 2 years in the league, 27 years old. That should tell you something right there. Is he the answer again at the guard position if Zeidler or Gates go down? No. And that's a problem. That's another hole. And you know what? And those two players, Hernandez and Zeidler, are probably the ones that are penciled in as the most steady persons in the positions on the line. And if we want to, we don't want to, but we're going to, we are going to go into the tackle position. Oh, the tackle position. We got a rumor a couple weeks ago that Mike Remmers was going to test free agency. We didn't report on the rumor because of the fact that where we got it from, and we couldn't substantiate it because the person we got it from, we would not say is reliable with their information. But they were right this time. Mike Remmers looks like he is going to test free agency, and he is looking to possibly make a jump over to Denver, where Pat Shurmur is now going to be the offensive coordinator. So while he played well enough for the Giants, that is going to probably be a hole that we're going to have to fill on the offensive line. I mean, and that right there is, like I said, we lost someone that was 6'5", 310 pounds, had 7 years worth of experience. Like I said, did he play awesome? No, he didn't play awesome, but he played better than the other tackles on the line, and he was consistent. And then we go to the other tackle position, old Nate Solder, 6'8", 325 pounds. The question with Nate is, of course, his child has an illness, and we learned about that last season, and that could have been affecting his play. And then also playing on the same side of the line with a rookie, Will Hernandez, and Hernandez, who had a bad year alongside of him, in 2019. That could have been an issue on the line. But to me, Nate is proven to be a scheme player, and he was a scheme player for the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are fantastic at finding players that fit their system, fit their scheme, and playing to their strengths of the scheme. You take that person out of the scheme, we see what happens with Nate. Now, am I confident that he'll have a bounce back year on the third year of his contract? No, I'm not. I'm not confident in that at all. I'm confident that, hopefully he doesn't regress even more. And I think that's an issue. But then if we take a look at the backups at the tackle position, we have Eric Smith, 6'4", 308 pounds out of Virginia. Again, is he a player that I think can step into the limelight and take over the tackle position? No, I think he's another backup. So if we take a look at the line right now, we are definitely going to need a tackle, a starting tackle, a backup tackle. We already know we are going to need a starting center and possibly a backup center. And then if we roll over to the guard position, it's the same thing. We are going to need at least potentially 1 to 2 backups and hope Zeidler and Hernandez. Well, we hope Hernandez jumps and leaps forward in his career, and we hope Zeidler continues to be consistently okay. So with all the talk about we need an edge, yes, we definitely need an edge. But right now, our offensive line is in trouble. And I think a lot of people are so focused on the high-priced edge rushers that they're not thinking, you know what? If we can't protect Daniel Jones, if we can't open the holes up for Saquon Barkley, what are we going to do? I mean, I can't see going into the season with Spencer Pulley, Hernandez, Zeidler, and then whoever else we're going to fill in, to the other positions on the tackle side. We're going to have Eric Smith and Nate Solder. That's scary. That's almost a little bit more scary than where we are on the edge position. Like I said, I think Shane Zimenez is, he's listed as a linebacker, but I think he's going to go more into the defensive end. I think Lorenzo Carter can make a turnaround. I still think there's hope for B.J. Hill, Dexter Lawrence, R.J. McIntosh. I think Dalvin Tomlinson can get to the quarterback. I think if we find some rotational guys that we can put in the edge position, I think we'll be all right. Like I said, it was the famous line I've been quoting over and over again from Joe Judge. Everyone wants a premier pass rusher, but if you could find 3 or 4 guys that complement each other and can create a pass rush, you don't need that pass rusher. And I'd rather get 3 or 4 guys that could get to the quarterback than spending $22 million on a guy that we hope can get to the quarterback. Like you said, all the edge rushers have their warts. Yannick can't play the run. Had one season one big season. The rest of the time he's getting 8.5 sacks. But he can't play the run at all. Let's be honest. Then you take a look on Javion Clowney. Yes, good player, not consistent, not healthy. And those are the names that are bandied about. I mean, I like Bud Dupree. That's one of my favorite players I think we should go after. Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler Jr. I think it's someone we should take a look at as well. But again, I think the issue is we are so focused on the defense that we are not seeing that we have a massive need at center, tackle, and guard. Especially center right now, too. With John out, I don't know what we're going to do. Hopefully Dave Gettleman has a plan. We got our fingers crossed. We got our fingers crossed that Joe Judge is going to coach these guys up, that we are going to move forward into 2020, a new team, and then we are going to rock on. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And thanks for listening.